Normally I'm talking a lot about real estate and I'm talking about money, but it's come to my attention. I've had a lot of conversations lately with other men, people I work with, people I know, and I see a lot of content out there. I want to address something that's extremely important to me. And I told my friend on the phone earlier, I said, there are guys out there that buy the car just because of the price. And they want to show how wealthy they are because of the price of the car, and that becomes the chase, is who has the most expensive car. But that is a dead-end road. It's a dead-end road, and it's a hollow fantasy that will make you feel better overall, because it doesn't. You need to go after what you truly want and what you truly desire, your passions. And I think it takes a little while for people to find that again as an adult. You know, I think we naturally gravitate towards that as kids, and then we'll have a friend, maybe he starts to skate or do a thing, and they push us off into it. But we really do know what we like and what we want to do when we're younger. We're heavily influenced, though, by our peer group and our surroundings, but it's no different when you're an adult and when you're an entrepreneur. And I've talked a lot about it in the past of like, I'll go down paths, or I have gone down paths where I think, man, do I really want to do this? When in reality, I just wanted to do something else. And I'll give you an example. For me, making money was not about making money and measuring my dick and who makes the most amount of money, because you're always going to lose at that game. There's always somebody out there that's going to make more money than you, that's going to have the bigger yacht than you, better, faster car than you, you name it, bigger house, whatever it may be. And there's a competitive nature to men that do want to do that and do want to have that. But do not get yourself caught up in the trap of constantly chasing that, because you'll lose sight of the most important thing. And what's the most important thing? Well, the most important thing is to remember what you're going to use the money for. I educate a lot of people on real estate, and I consult in a lot of businesses, but what we do behind the scenes makes the biggest impact. And it's usually never the deal that they got, the business revenue numbers that changed the man the most. No, what is it? It's usually the man and who he becomes throughout this journey. The confidence that he builds in himself by doing things that he said he's going to do. And then that man evolves. You gain more confidence. But I have also seen people that have created their entire identity. I'll give you an example. So myself, being a veteran, there are many veterans that get into law enforcement or get into fire departments or get into specific things that evolve around that. And that ends up being their identity. I was the Marine that was a scout sniper, not me, I'm giving you an example. I was the Marine that was a scout sniper that became a law enforcement officer, and that becomes who they are, and people give them attaboys. People give them credit because guess what? They get really good at those jobs. They get really good at those skills, and now what happens is they get their belief that that's who they are and that's what they're good at gets reinforced, but they lose their personal identity and they lose track of what they really wanted and what they really sought after, because they feel good. Humans, we feel good. We want to be wanted, and we want to be wanted for the things we're good at, and we want to be good at things that people tell us we're great at, and we want to be held up on the shoulder as a man. You want to be like, that guy, he is the best at X, Y, and Z. He's the best firefighter, the best police officer. But you have to see, it's the same concept for entrepreneurs, same concept for business owners. You know, people will talk about making money and then you get caught up in it. You're like, okay, I created this business so that I could have freedom. And then what happens is once you stop worrying about gas and you stop worrying about the basic bills of your own house, you start to make more money. But why did you start to want to make money in the first place? And I can only explain this for myself. You are going to have to self-develop and dive into your own thoughts after this video. Now, for me, I wanted to make more money for experiences. But what are experiences? Let's dive deeper into this. For me, it's about traveling, giving my family different opportunities, and we can't argue that money does this. So don't say money doesn't matter, because money does matter. But you can make a lot of money in a business and have no time for your family, which is very common. You can make a lot of money in business and have no relationship with your children, right? Or your wife. Or even worse, and I know that sounds like the worst, but even worse, you can make a lot of money and lose sight of why you started in the first place. I see many of entrepreneurs, business owners, become the best at what they're doing in their business. And you may watch people on here, on YouTube, on social media, that their entire brand is built off of what they have built. And admirably so. But ultimately, would you trade positions with that person? There's a lot of influencers that we know that have big brands and they have no kids. Maybe they're not even married, or they've had multiple wives. They don't live a life that's maybe entertaining for you or something that you are even drawn towards, but what you admire them for is their business knowledge. And I'm the same. Take those pieces in business knowledge from those people, but ultimately you don't want to model your entire life off of them. And I myself have gotten caught in the system and the fact that when I'm learning from this person and I'm building this business, it's like, bam, I'm building the business, I'm building the business, I'm building the business. But then you have to ask at the end of the day, why am I shooting to make $200,000 a month, $400,000 a month, $1 million a month, whatever it may be? Maybe it's for you $150,000 a year, $500,000 a year, because a lot of people base their income off of annual instead of monthly. Wrong. But that's the point. So if you base that and you start building that, you have to ask, what is it? Why am I doing that? And I have done this. I'll tell you how. As a general contractor, as a builder. Got into building because I didn't want to work for anybody else. I was tired of working for a family, decided to start my own company. I quickly realized that I had built this business and I got better and better and better at it, and I started getting attaboys for it, and I started getting trophies from National Kitchen and Bath, and I was on Parade magazines, and I got known for being this builder, and people around town were like, you're successful, you graduated from our hometown, and now you're building here, we want you to build our home. And when you create that, that's the reputation that you may have. But it doesn't mean that's who you are or what you ultimately sought after. I think men also need a mission outside of money. Why do you want that car? I love cars, so I'm using them as an example because they're polarizing for most people. People will use the cars and they'll shame and poo-poo those people. But the reality is, like, why? If you never liked cars, then it won't ever make sense to you. If you didn't ever like horses and I had horses, maybe I have $1 million horse, nobody would say the same stuff, but for some reason the cars are polarizing. So men, ultimately, do not forget why you started. If your goal was to have geographical freedom, financial freedom, give to your family, give experiences to your family, then money is going to help you do that. But all the money in the world, while you continue to grow this business and do all of these things and design this entire infrastructure that doesn't allow you to do that, would you consider yourself a failure still? And I realized early on that I would have considered myself a failure if I would have gone down this path of sacrificing 20, 30, 40, 50 years of my life without ever having any clarity on why I wanted to make the money in the first place. That's ultimately why I got into real estate investing. I knew that real estate investing was going to give me more time back, because real estate in general, investing and taking money and putting into real estate or creating equity in real estate also allows me to have time, because real estate's not a very fast financial vehicle. It's a slow, steady beast of a vehicle, okay? And so I did. But throughout that journey, I also made the mistake of building an entire real estate team, having an office full of staff and people, which was ultimately making me feel more held back. And so you could say, hey, if you scale it to a certain degree and you have 100 employees and you have middle management and upper management and you build a business that can operate on its own, which a lot of people will watch and see social media influencers and business owners talk about. But there is a sacrifice that nobody else is speaking about, and it's something that I personally am not willing to make. I am 38 years old. This is May that I am shooting this video. 2026, I'll be 39 at the end of this month. My birthday's in May. And I know that I want to live my life simultaneous to my income growing. I don't want to sacrifice. And I had a conversation and shot a podcast, which you guys will see. Shout out to The Outsider Show, my podcast channel. Make sure you go see it. It was with Mikey Taylor. I'll tell you who it is. And he was a professional skateboarder, and then he became a very successful entrepreneur selling a beer company, and then he became somebody that raised capital. And he told me while we sat there, when you watch this episode, that he himself loved the fact of the game and making money and conservative. He was very conservative. He's very conservative in general. He doesn't have fancy cars, doesn't have big houses, saves a bunch of money, and he goes and he loves the thrill of the game of business. That's what he loves. And I easily got caught up in that after that conversation. I'm like, damn, because I'm competitive. I'm like, I could do that. I like that. I want to do this. I could see how he's done this. I could see how he's built this. But on my drive home, which was long because of LA traffic, I thought back. And this is because of the tools that I've built myself, right? We have to think and digress. He goes, I didn't want a lifestyle business. I don't want a lifestyle business. I want to be able to grow and push it as hard as I can. No hack to him, to each their own. But to make sure that you guys are watching this right now, you need to understand what it is that you want out of this effort and this energy and this money and this work that you're going to put forth. And I think all men need to work and they need to have a bigger, grander mission. But I know that what has driven me to make the money that I have has been the opportunities to have experiences. And it's arguable that the more money you make, the more experiences or different types of experiences that you will have. I do agree. A person that can fly private all the time, have their own jet fleet, have their own yachts and not think about it, is a completely different person that just goes on a basic family vacation. But there's a massive gap in between which you get to architect and you get to design as a man. And so make sure you understand what that is for you. I want to be able to travel and make money. I want my business to continue to grow, all of my businesses, my real estate portfolio, my wealth. I want to be smart financially. I want to give my children opportunity and also set them up for success because they're going to have their own aspirations and dreams. But I don't want to sacrifice 10, 20, 30, 40 years or any more years of my life because I'm stuck building this team or doing these things. And that may be a selfish journey for me, but is it? It's also a selfish journey for somebody that robs their entire existence to build this business. So they say it's for their family, but then they end up getting divorced when the kids move out of the house. Or they find somebody at the office that they end up falling in love with or having an affair. I've seen this many times. And so for me, money was just the multiplier of my life. It would allow me to travel more, and it allowed me to move to California, which I'm originally from Oklahoma. So money did do that, but being very, very deliberate on which type of business and what type of money I made was the greatest impact on that. Because I could make the same amount of money, if not more money, staying somewhere else and building a different type of business. I am capable of that, and I think you're capable of that as well. And you may be an entrepreneur watching this, or somebody that owns a business, or somebody that makes a lot of money in what they do, and this hits right at home for you, because this video is for you. Men, don't lose sight of what you got in this for. If you want to I'll give you mine. I'm gonna keep continuing to tell you what mine are. I love cars. I will always have a plethora of vehicles in my head that I want these cars. I love cars, they're an experience to me. And so they're not a waste of money to me because I enjoy them. It's who I am, they're part of me, they're part of extension of me and my personality, right? I wanna travel. I want to see the world. I want my kids to be able to see the world. I'm going to take them, I'm going to homeschool them, and we're going to travel, we're going to show them the world. But I also know that it takes money to do that, to give them those experiences. So I know that I need to be a good financial steward of my money and learn how to allocate that money and know how to allocate the business and grow the business so that I can live that life. I love working too. When I'm in it and I'm working and I'm grinding, I absolutely love it. But what makes me so excited to come back and to start working and to grind is also the adventures that I get to take. So for me, that's what's so important. A man needs his hobbies. He needs his family. He needs his social circle of other brothers and men that help push him, right? Challenge him, challenge his thoughts, that are also pushing themselves and on their self-development journey. And a man needs a money mission as well, something that's still going to pay the bills and or continue to grow, and that is what is so amazing. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Again, I'm Austin Hancock, and this is my YouTube channel. Keep pushing.